I was saying under
Johnson forgets all the time, so I didn't want to ask him. And I didn't know we were coming today. So. Have you finished that? We were at a restaurant in town today there.
Gas items. So look to your left, you see what appears to be granite steps. Everybody see them?
Yep.
That is how the employees got back and forth to the gas station. Coming down those steps.
Oh, geez.
Employees can put them back to the original scene, go back down, back down, back down. First of all, for those who don't know, what we're looking at out there is Lake Winnipesaukee. One lake, largest lake in the state of New Hampshire. It's 26 miles long, 8 miles wide at its widest point. Has over 300 islands. And I think it was 2010, a gentleman swam the whole thing back and forth, non-stop, 52 miles. Pretty good swim. The year before that, a woman swam one way, 26 miles. So that was pretty well. Anyway, this arts and crafts style home was built by that gentleman right there, Mr. Plant. Thomas Plant. So here's the quick Thomas Plant story. Kind of an interesting guy. Thomas was born in 1859. He was born in Bath, Maine, grew up poor in a French-Canadian family. Went to school in Bath up until the 8th grade. He left school at the age of 14 to go to work. And at that time in Bath, there were a lot of shoe factories. Tom got a job in a shoe factory. Stayed there for a few years, but he eventually ended up in Lynn, Massachusetts, outside of Boston. Lynn at that time was the shoe capital of the world. Tom heads down to Lynn, gets a job in a shoe factory, very hard-working, industrious man. And in the span of 11 years, he went from union factory employee to owning the shoe factory. So it's 1891, he's 32 years old, he owns a shoe factory, not bad. 1895 rolled around, he meets and he marries Carolyn Griggs. Carolyn was the daughter of a wealthy Chicago publisher. Things are going good for Tom. He's working hard, he's growing his business, he's married. Continued to grow the business, and by 1910, he owned the largest women's shoe factory on the planet. And that was located in Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, part of Boston. And there's a picture of it inside his office. When you get inside, you'll see it. Big place. It was had 13 acres of floor space, had over 5,000 employees, 5,500 employees, yeah, making just the women's shoes, yeah. Made several million pairs of shoes a year. And generated about $10 million a year in revenue. Big operation in 1910, yeah. And in the main hall, we actually have a pair of women's boots from the factory. Check them out. They're really beautiful. Anyway, also in 1910, you got into some legal issues with United Shoe Machinery Corporation, USMC. USMC decided to buy Tom up. So now it's 1910. Tom is 51 years old. He's retired and he's worth $20 million. Today, that would be around 400 to 500 million dollars. Not bad. No income tax, not bad. Flip side of the coin, same time frame, Carol and his wife filed for divorce. Yep, well, it might have been justified. We don't know. But anyway, Tom went off to Europe by himself, and he stayed in Europe for about 6 months. And while he was there, he met another woman, Olive Dewey. Tom and Olive hit it off. And Olive was a recent graduate of Wellesley College outside of Boston, and she was 24 years younger than Tom. So they hit it off. Story goes, Tom came back to the States, wrote his wife Carolyn a personal check for $1 million. That'd be about 40 or 50 million today. Put it inside her breakfast napkin. Carolyn comes down for breakfast, opens the napkin, check for $1 million. Marriage over. So that ended the first marriage. After the divorce, Tom and Olive got married in 1912. Tom came up here to build a retirement home, and he bought a nice piece of property. The mountains that are behind you that surround the property are the Ossipee Mountains. They surround the property. Tom bought from the tops of those mountains pretty much everything you see straight out that window all the way to the left. He bought the whole thing. And he bought 6,300 acres, and he bought 2 miles of Lake Winnipesaukee shore. 2 miles of shore. So, yeah, not bad. So he started building the home in the spring of 1913. Literally, there were about 1,000 people up here building this home. Many Tom brought over from Italy. They were Italian stonemasons. These are all hand-cut granite stones from the property. They said a good mason on a good day could cut in place 3 stones a day. So you want the job done, you need a big crowd. It takes a year and a half to build. Tom and Olive moved in the fall of 1914. They actually named the place Lucknow. And by the front door, you'll see an L and an N in the stained glass. That's what it stands for. So they moved in, and they had a pretty nice lifestyle. Staff, upwards of 20 people, taking care of 2 people. They had butlers, maids, cooks, gardeners, landscapers. Yeah, he had a greenskeeper. He had his own putting green where the pergola is out there. And where the parking lot is, he put in his own 18-hole golf course for himself. Yeah, put in an 18-hole golf course, not bad. So they're living pretty good. 1917 rolled around. For whatever reason, Tom decided to do some investing. So, everybody always says, ooh. So 1917, he invests $700,000 in these things. These are Russian imperial bonds. Yeah, double over. Picked the wrong year. That was the year of the revolution. We lost every penny. Of course, you can't hold Tom down. Tom says, I'll make it up. So he invests another $700,000, this time in a sugarcane futures deal in the Caribbean. Commodities market went south, crop went south, investment went south. He's down another $700,000. But Tom, you can't hold him down. He says, I'll make it up. Real estate, that's the ticket. So he invested $900,000. And he's the gentleman who built Ball Creek Colony. You know Ball Creek? No. It's still out there. It's right out there on right on Winnipesaukee on 109A. He brings up Donald Ross, probably the best golf architect of all time. Puts in a fabulous golf course. Built these homes thinking his wealthy friends would buy the homes. They don't. He loses $900,000. And the rest of the money's in the stock market, and here comes the 1920s. Yeah, the timing wasn't good for Tom. Tom went officially broke in the 20s, ending with the crash of 1929. Broke. Yep. Still has the house, can't afford the house, so he and Olive decided to put a mortgage on the house through a friend, Mr. Emery, Joseph Emery, which they did. And they did continue to live here, less grand, but they lived here year-round. 1940, they were settling Mr. Emery's estate. Creditors come by and say, you know what, Tom, you never paid Mr. Emery, you're paying us. He doesn't have the money. 1941, Tom got sick, died at the age of 82. His friends literally had to pitch in to bury him. He's buried over in Bath, Maine. Olive has the house. She can't afford the house. She decides just to leave the house. Packed a few personal belongings and hit the road, walked down the road. Went out to Illinois to take care of her sick mom. Mom passed away. Olive moved to Southern California. And she actually lived to be 93. She died in 1976. Yeah. Never remarried, never had children. Tom never had children with either wife, no heirs. So after 1941, the home went through a series of 3 ownerships, but in 2002, Lakes Region Conservation Trust bought the house in 5,000 acres for $5.9 million, which was a good deal. And as of today, the home is owned by Castle Preservation Society. And we're the folks, our objective is to continue with the restoration, and hopefully we're going to get this place back to its original condition. So that's the sadness, the plain story. But when you go through the house, I always call Tom the Google guy. Tom's a high-tech guy. Some of the things he had up here in 1914 Some are still here, some are gone, but 1914 up here, one he had his own hydroelectric generating plant, generated his own electricity. So 7 years before they brought power up to the towns, this place was lit up. Yeah. Has central heat. We still use the same radiators that Tom installed 100 years ago. They work by the town. New furnace, but the same radiators. The house has refrigeration. Actually made ice cream. 1914. Yeah, not too many refrigerators on. Oh yeah. When you see the refrigerator, if you want to see how this thing works, the door above it's usually closed. Open that door. See how this monster works. It's pretty cool. And when you walk around the house, look on the baseboards. The whole house was built with central vacuum cleaning all through the house. 1914. Not bad. Looks like it was installed yesterday. Yeah. The house has an intercom system. It's wired. Pick up the phone, call another room, call the carriage house. Not bad. It has 7 bathrooms. Check them out, particularly the showers. The showers are just fantastic. I mean, they're just fantastic. So it's a nice place. One thing that's not here blew away with the weather, but we have a picture of it in the main hall. I think it was pretty spectacular. All of like the garden, so that's not a problem for Tom. So originally the whole front of the building was a 100-foot long, all glass, heated year-round greenhouse. So yeah, and we have a picture of it inside. Yeah, it looked quite nice, but that blew away with the weather. So enjoy the house. The house itself is a steel structure, one of the first steel homes in the country. And then they put this terracotta over the steel and then the stone over the terracotta. So it's a pretty nice place. So enjoy it. When you want to leave, yeah?
How did they manage to keep all the land together over the years? I mean, that's a lot of acreage up into like vacation Mecca.
That is a lot of land. Well, he was, you know, it went from 6,300 acres to what we have now, 5,000 acres. So, you know, the waterfront property was gone.
Yeah.
The first owners bought it at auction in 1941. It was just one deed. It was a deed. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, they bought it at auction for $160,000. Yeah. Second owners bought it in 1955, 56 for $130,000. Not bad. Yeah, missed that. Yeah. But enjoy the place. It's nice. About 90% of the furniture of everything on the first floor is original, which is pretty spectacular. Yeah. Upstairs, it's more of the time period. Anyway, when we want to leave 2 ways down, there's a
Holy crap. Oh, I just got it. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me.